I even had to add in extra days of physical therapy at the office with my therapist to get me through the pain. I don't know what your chronic pain or illness entails, but mine affects my muscles and connective tissue. So the extra activities really did put quite a bit of a hurting on my body, even though I did my best to spread out the work. So for me, the key is to make sure I have the right balance of rest and movement. And I think that's probably true for everyone. So what my recommendation is, make sure you plan 4 or 5 days after your big event for cleaning up and resting. You're going to have to just do it in spurts like we do everything else here on IllPower. We can get it done. We just have to have a plan, right? Just be prepared in advance and set the time aside that you need. So, first of all, what I do is plan for the rest. When I wake up in the morning, if my body hurts, then I get up, move it around a little bit, let it get a little bit warmed up. You can actually see one of my other videos on my morning routine for a little more information on that. But as far as the days following the event, if I needed a little extra time in bed, I just took it. I just did what I felt like was best. But in my case, it's not good to just be lazy. Like, sometimes I just want to lay in here in this big giant comfy bed and watch the big screen TV on the back wall all day long. But it's really not good for my body. It's not the best for me and recuperating. It actually makes things worse. So what I would do is just take some shifts and get down on the floor next to my bed, do some stretching, get back in bed if I needed to, use the heat. Just do the things that you normally do to make your body feel better. But I do still recommend doing activity. You're probably going to do a little less activity than normal, but, switch it back and forth in there. So then I headed downstairs and I would just do, I think the first day I only did one big spurt of cleaning things up, and then I rested the rest of the day. The next day I did 2 or 3 spurts, and like I said, we're several days out. It's still a mess downstairs. Everything is clean and sanitized and all of that, but all of my fall mess and decorations are all piled up on the dining room table, waiting to be organized back into their boxes. And I'm okay with that. It was Thanksgiving and I really wish I had my tree up, but it's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about it. What's important is you recover your body from the hard work that you just did. Now, it might not be as big of a deal for you, but for me, that meant rotating in and out with rest and activity. It actually meant extra hydration, just like if I had run a marathon, because my body thought it had ran a marathon, even though it was just reheating some food for my family. Doesn't seem like a big deal. And I know when you look at me, it doesn't look like I probably felt that way, but I did. And in fact, I was too tired to even get on the camera and tell you just how I felt. I even had to add in extra days of physical therapy at the office with my therapist to get me through the pain. This is Richard Fruckeberg.
Did I do my hair?
Yeah. And you are, is it licensed physical therapy or what's your...
Yes.
Right, licensed physical therapist. He is my main source of pain relief. He is not a doctor, but we do explore what we think might be happening with muscles and bones and things like that, just to get me out of pain, but he's a miracle worker. Not a doctor, but a miracle worker.
He calms the vagus nerve down, which may in turn help reduce some of the nerve type pain that you get. I was just doing this because it's easier on me. And I'm just trying to pull the ball out. Yeah, in stretching the anterior, the front part, and then hip joint capsule.
I think so, yeah.
No, we've done this before. we're putting that muscle on slack, trying to get that muscle spindle to think that muscle being contracted really hard, so shut that muscle down.
The only day that I've missed actually is today because it's a Sunday and they're closed. Regretfully, I did not plan it as well as I thought because tomorrow I have to drive out of state to see specialists at a hospital. So it's going to be a long day of 6 or 7 hours of driving, waiting rooms, trucking through a giant hospital. It's going to be hard. And so I make sure that I hydrate. I might take extra vitamins. I actually do usually take extra vitamin C and things like that. I use massage. As usual, I use my essential oils. And I just do all of the tips and tricks that I've given you guys, but magnified and with a lot of intention. I mean, like every hour of the day, I plan it. And so I just want you to make sure that you plan in that rest. Because, as I'm always saying, just because we have chronic pain and illness doesn't mean that we can't try to live a normal life. We just have to go about it a little bit differently. And that's what we're here for at IllPower. I'm here to share with you how it is that I've gone the last 20 years and led a seemingly normal life. I've got tips, I've got tricks. In the meantime, make sure you're always checking the IllPower channel for new stuff because I'm here to help you. Thanks for watching IllPower.